Now let's try to plot the graph of cos square 2x. So cos is a periodic function. This is an important point. So when it is periodic, we know that f of ax plus b, that is the period that it follows, and the value of period would be t by mod a. Now in this case, a is equal to 2 and the period of a cos function is 2 pi. So this would be, period of this function is 2 pi by a, which is 2. So 2 pi by 2 is equal to 2. So this is the value we know for the period of this function. Now let's try to find the max value this function might reach and the minimum value, so that we know the peak and the dip of the graph. So what is the maximum value this graph can reach? So maximum value of cos function is cos of 0, which is 1, and cos of 90 is 0, and if it is negative, so cos of 180 is minus 1. So cos can reach from positive 1 to negative 1. These are the maximum and least values of this. Now if you notice here, it is a cos square function. So how do we approach this? Because when there is a square, the negative values would go away. So let's start finding the values at different degrees. So f of 0 would be cos square 2 times 0, this is 1. Then f of pi by 6 would be cos square 2 times pi by 6. This would be cos square of pi by 3, which is 1 by 2 the whole square, which is 1 by 4. Now f of pi by 3 would be cos square 2 times pi by 3. Now this is cos of 120 degrees, which is cos 60 again. So this would be minus 1 by 2 the whole square, which is 1 by 4. This is what I was talking about. So because of the square function, we'll never have a negative value for this graph. Now f of pi by 2, so this would be cos square 2 times pi by 2, and this would change to cos of pi, and cos of pi is minus 1, but it will change to 1 because there is a square again. Now let's start to plot these values. Let's see what would happen. Now let's try to find where the actual dip is. So when would this reach the value 0? We know 1 and all the other functions. So when 2x is pi by 2, that is when we actually get cos square of pi by 2, correct? So 2x is equal to pi by 2. So x is pi by 4. When x is pi by 4, we would have cos square pi by 2, which is 0 square, which is 0. So at pi by 4, the value is 0. Now let's start to plot this. So this is my y-axis. And this is the x-axis. So at what is the value at 0? So this is 1, minus 1, minus 0.5, and 0.5. Okay. So when it is 0 degrees, which is this part, the value is 1. So it starts here. Then at 30 degrees, so let's assume these are all at an interval of 30 degrees. So pi by 6, pi by 3, pi by 2, 2 pi by 3, 5 pi by 6, and pi. Now what happens at pi by 6? Pi by 6, the value is somewhere here. And then pi by 4, which is 45 degrees, between pi by 3 and here, this is when it reaches 0. Now what happens at pi by 3? Again it becomes 1 by 4. correct? Then at pi by 2, it reaches 1 again. So if you notice here, the graph never enters the negative side of the quadrant. So quadrant 4 here, this is never entered. Now what would be the value of cos square 2 times 2 pi by 3? So this would be f of 2 pi by 3, which is cos square 2 times 2 pi by 3, which is 4 pi by 3. So cos 240 is minus half because it's the third quadrant. So 1 minus 1 by 2 the whole square. So again 1 by 4. So the point will be somewhere here. So this is how the graph of the function f of x is equal to cos square 2x. So this is a unique problem where we notice that the graph, because of the square function, only is in the positive side of the quadrants or positive coordinates. So please practice more problems like this so that you can easily graph the trigonometric functions. Thank you so much for watching.